Hey yo, I got a new headset, so I think you should hear me properly. And and I have no copyright lo-fi stream on, so we shouldn't have any problems. All right. Long time no see. I'm gonna try to do this a little quicker than usually. So, just gonna try to identify good opportunities in the market. And yeah, let's just get right into it. I think it's probably good to start the whole thing with Bitcoin and see what's up. Okay, so yeah, Bitcoin had a really beautiful reaction, man. I mean, we had this uptrend, right? The uptrend broke. There was this wedging kind of structure that broke down, and we went over here into this mm, whatever you could call it, into this demand zone, which there was several spikes, several maybe even SFPs. Yeah, this was a nice SFP. And I have to say, even I was really, really bearish because I thought, look, there has been one, two, three, four, five, six tests of the demand zone, and I thought, man, if this breaks, we're gonna get wrecked. And I was really, really bearish, but thank you so much, Andu, for actually uh, making me not that bearish. So yeah, that was pretty nice. Then we went up, and now a beautiful, beautiful SR retest, right? Like we have this whole structure, this accumulation zone. We touched the top of it, and now we are off to the upside. Now all that's left is to break this one. So I would guess this is like a supply zone that we need to break now. Yeah, I can just remove this. And if we can do that, I wouldn't say that we managed to do that the very first time. So I would guess maybe we return for a test of this level, 48k-ish, kinda. But then with this momentum, we could probably break it. Um, as for long time or long-term targets, what I'm looking for definitely is an extension of this. And this is no longer relevant. Something along the lines of here, so I could see us hitting close to 100k at the end of this entire structure. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. We're looking pretty bullish. I'm really liking it, and hopefully it's not gonna wreck our altcoins. But yeah, let's get into that. Maybe check Ethereum as well. Ethereum. Uh, we can see that there was this nice attempt of breaking the supply zone, which failed, and now we're attempting it again. I would say we have a pretty good chance of going up here. Like in general, the market looks really bullish. So let's get into the important stuff, and that is our gems. So I have a nice list here, and we will check it out. So first off is the talk of the day. It's GMX. Man, GMX was such a beautiful play. So this level over here, right? Why did I mark it up? This marked the top. We are looking for the first consolidation that will mark the supply zone. We attempted to break that supply zone several times. Now we did. We retested it, and now we are on the way to the upside. Overall, this looks very, very bullish. I can't really draw any trend lines. Well, maybe I could, but there is no valid trend line with 3 points or anything like that. Mm, this could potentially be one, but right now, what I really like to use lately is the 50 EMA. We're testing that right now, and overall, there is no real reason to be bearish until we have like a break of a structure, which we don't have right now. And with most of the coin being staked, I think it's more than 90% these days. I think there could be much more upside. But we'll see, we'll see. So overall, this is very bullish. I wouldn't be buying here though. Like, just if you're not in, I think you might be too late. Risk to reward is not worth it. Uh, but yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Um, let's go. into the next one, which is Tracer. Man, I missed that one. I really did. I can just write it. Bam. What a chart, man. What a chart. Okay, so this was kind of the supply zone. You can see that several times we bumped into it. We couldn't quite break it. Then we broke it, and I might actually start drawing. That could be nice. Then we broke it. We returned immediately, which is a V-shaped return. I don't quite like that, but hey, this time it worked. And now we're on our way to the upside. If you are not in TCR, you should definitely not be buying. Don't chase these pumps. We should be looking for a retest of some sort to be able to get back in. So as this one is the previous supply, I would say that this could be a buy block that we could get into. Would also line up with the 200 MA. This little trend line that I have here is based on the closes. It's a very, very steep uptrend right now. So if you have something, you should have sold already, definitely. You should have been selling on the way up. Now, the first sign of weakness is going to be a close below this trend line. I'm going to be watching for that. If that happens, we might retest something like the 35 and then a drop to the downside. So I guess a good buying opportunity would be around 20. If you can get in around 20, that sounds really good. Okay, XPR. Let's go. Whew, wow, what a chart. Okay, that's a very, very bullish chart, and you should have been selling on the way up. Like, as always, selling should be a part of your strategy, just like buying is. If you don't have a defined selling strategy and you're just deciding on buying or selling based on intuition and emotion, I can guarantee you that you're gonna be greedy and you're gonna watch it go all the way up and then all the way down. So it shouldn't be about where do I sell, it should be how much. Uh, like it, Let me rephrase that. It shouldn't be about do I sell or do I not sell? It should be about how much do I sell on certain levels. So right now, definitely don't buy. If you can, you should sell. And where could you be buying back? I would say that this level is kind of a good risk to reward. Ugh, I don't know. Like on the lower time frame, you can see that there is this block from which it really, really went up and broke previous resistance. So I would guess that would be a good buying point. So anything below 1 cent, well, yeah, around 1 cent. But I think there is way better risk to reward opportunities in the market right now. So I would probably just skip this one. Missed. Gonna try to do this a little faster. Yeah, Mist looks really, really good. So this is a huge ass break and retest. So I think buying here is already a really good risk to reward where you could just like if you get a close below this level right here or below this zone, then you know that the idea is invalidated. But in general, this looks very, very good. If you would like to be a little safer, I guess you could wait for like a break of the horizontal level in order to get a higher high. So I guess that would be this level. Kind of lines up with the 1 cent as well because we're still below the MAs. So in general, you would be looking for a break up, a nice return, and then off we go. But if you just want to be DCAing in, very small market cap, I think this is already a very, very nice opportunity in the market. Glitch. Let's see. Okay, I've charted this in the past few weeks. As you can see, there has been this plan of it going up and then retesting this level in order to get in on a very bullish and momentum-based play. And yeah, I think that's still very, very relevant. So if we retest this level, yeah, if we retest this level, I think you can buy. Let me just, there's also this block here. Yeah, so a retest of anything, I wanted to say below 70, might be a little high, but yeah, anything in this general area looks pretty good to me. If you were in since the bottom, you should have been selling, by the way, on the way up. Like, definitely. So the higher you go up, the less you should be risking because risk to reward is not that amazing, right? Even if you buy, let's say over here, like where is go your target gonna be? It's gonna be somewhere over here at the 130 level because that's where resistance is. And where would you sell? Well, below the low. And as you can see, the risk to reward is like 1 to 1 pretty much. So not the best, not the best, but overall it's looking very bullish. And until proven otherwise, there's no real point to be bearish about it. So yeah, if you want to get in, below 70 cents. What is this? USF. Boom. Yeah, this looks like garbage. I mean, there is a lot of these charts lately where you have this accumulation zone, right? And yeah, you're just kind of it's kind of ranging. And if you want to get in on this, you would buy the bottom of the range, which is where it is right now. The problem is that if it breaks down, it usually breaks pretty heavily, and if you don't catch it on time, you can lose so much money. It's much, much safer, and I always preach this, to see it break away from the accumulation zone and then just kind of retest it with a flagging return. That would be the optimal. I can just leave it there. That would be the optimal entry. So I would kind of skip this. Mhm. Oh, Ionex. Jesus Christ. I have such a hate relationship with Ionex these days. So I wanted to be exposed to a NFT play. And I thought, hey, let's buy this. Then I doubled my bag when it went down, and it just keeps dumping. Jesus Christ. Like, when is a pump coming? I don't even know. Anyway, we have this trend line over here, which we touched, and we're just kind of ranging around it right now. So, yeah, this is a good buy. But if we get a close below, like, say if this goes to 57 or something like that, mm, actually, actually, now that I'm looking at it, like this is where the entire thing really, really started, right? So with every move, you have these layer demand zones. This was the first one, and I really thought it would hold. This is the second one. So since we're having the first, second, third, fourth test already, I probably wouldn't be buying here if you are in. I would be looking to buy over here at around 50 cents if you can get in. Um, Yeah, there's also nice confluence with this level over here. Let me remove this one. Yeah, this is looking fairly good. This can still hold, and I hope it will, because I'm heavily invested, but it might drop lower. If it does, like, any close below this demand zone, and you should be out, and you should be running away, because it's just not looking good. But I really hope it bounces here. We'll see. But yeah, if you're not in, try to get in at 50. Uh, Next, MFT. I hope I have all the charts here. Okay, not much is happening with MFT right now, kind of range bound. Obvious level that comes to mind is this one. Yeah, this one, you can see that we had several spikes above, but none of them could really sustain. What we are looking for is a nice break above that holds there, trades for a while, returns, and then we can buy and it might go off. But for now, this is just like, no, don't do anything. Don't buy, don't sell. Ideally, just be an observer. CND. Oops. CND. Uh, okay. Similar stuff with this one. When I look at this chart, it kind of brings back memories of Lien. Leon, I don't know how to call it. Uh, you can see that we have tried to break out here. Okay, so I should probably take this level. That's gonna be best. Uh, yeah, yeah. So this is the whole range that has an equilibrium, right? And usually you can see it with the ranges. So this is the whole range, and the middle of the range is also support resistance kind of thing. That's the equilibrium of the range, and that's like where we are right now. Uh, I would probably just wait for it to break away from this whole structure, just like with everything else, gain some momentum, make a higher high, return, and then we can blast off. But for now, nah, just be an observer. Better chances elsewhere. BIOS. Okay. Mm, can I get... Yeah, give me a sec. Okay, that's gonna be faster. So, right, there was this block where I expected BIOS to bounce for good reason. There was really good confluence with this point of breakdown over here, and it kinda didn't. Just went through, retested from the bottom, and went lower. And now, it just disrespected everything. It just broke this that is now supposed to be supply, and now it's just kinda here. I don't really know what to think. And this over here is probably some kind of resistance. You can see that here it tested as support as well, and that's where we are right now. So overall, this isn't looking that good, you know? We went from the bottom, we created a higher high, broke this accumulation zone, we retested it, went up, couldn't quite make a higher high over here. Like, yeah, we had it for 1 day, but that's like, I would consider this a deviation. And then it just plummeted down, you know? And we made our lower low here, and now I would expect this to be a lower high. So if you're in, I would probably be looking to sell either here or maybe over here. What we can do, we can just kind of check one thing. We can check the the return to the 50, which beautifully lines up with support now acting as resistance. So if you are in, you should definitely be looking to get out. For now, this looks bearish. This doesn't look good whatsoever. And since we broke this one, right, this base, and we didn't return, we straight up went for the next base, this will now act as resistance, and we are at the first resistance. So shields up, you should definitely be careful. Does that mean that this cannot go up? No, of course not. I mean, this whole plummeting structure was because of some fundamental issues, right, with the devs selling and stuff like that. You cannot predict that. But strictly from a technical view, yeah, you should be selling either here or here. Yeah, be careful with this one. What's next? Mina. Okay, we don't have Mina over here. Let me go to a different platform. There we go. All right. Uh, yeah, I'm still looking for 350 and lower on Mina. Overall, it's obviously looking very bullish. I can see a trend line forming over here. Let me just connect this. Eh, yeah, let's go from here. Yeah, this looks good. So, for as long as this trend line holds intact, we're bullish. So any retest of the trend line is technically a buy. I can also see this one. So yeah, this zone should really hold right now. Once we see a breakdown and a close below, I would say shields up and sell. For now, the buying opportunity was around here, and I probably wouldn't be buying this right now. Like, mm, mm, let me think about this for a bit. Let me go to a lower time frame. Okay, so it's nice to see that we kind of have a higher high here and this retest. That kind of signals strength to me, and doesn't look that bad. Mm, Now, if I do this on the lower structure, yeah, okay. So we tried to break out, and as you can see, we couldn't quite hold it. That's not looking too good. Like whenever you have a higher high that immediately goes back, that's just not a good sign. That means that sellers immediately stepped up, and it's not looking too good. Yeah, overall, look, I would probably skip this because there's definitely better places to put your capital. I wouldn't be surprised to see this break down, and if it does, we can talk about that. If it does, where would we buy? Uh, yeah, if it breaks down here, I would probably say we will revisit this area over here, which is also a beautiful confluence with this level. This level, this level? Yeah, this level. So yeah, buying around, well, around anything below 3 is probably a really nice buy. And invalidation, a lower low on, like a lower low than this one. So this is probably where all the liquidity is. Oh my god, do I have work? I'm at work, guys, so I'm just gonna join this meeting and mute myself. Okay. Yeah, I think nobody's gonna notice that I'm not there. Boom, muting them as well. Okay, I'm back. So yeah, I think if you want to buy, just try to get it 40% cheaper. Otherwise, skip. What's next? Combo. Boop. Combo. All right. Um, right. First thing that I can see is this level, right? And we kind of retested it. Very weak reaction from it, and then we went down. I would expect this to maybe reach as high as here with a retest and then continuing down. Because for now, this is really, really not looking too good. We are above the 50 MA, which is nice, I guess, because we can see that it acted as resistance here. But let me also draw a trend line over here to see what's up. Eh. Could I consider this a breakout? Nah, nah, really couldn't. I would say this is bearish for as long as it's below this. Once we go up here with some conviction and we create a higher high that goes over this, that's when we can start looking for buys. Ideally, something like this. Before that, nah, wouldn't touch it. Plot. I think I have that charted though. Yeah, I have that charted. So, yeah, this is not looking very good, honestly. This should, yeah, it broke support and now kind of tested it as resistance. Still below 50, below 200. Nah, it's really, really not looking good whatsoever. No clear accumulation zone formed just yet. I wouldn't touch it with nothing, not even with a condom on my hand. So no. Ooh, maple. Fair disclosure, I am heavily invested in maple. But honestly, it's looking kind of good. I took some profit over here because this huge block that we have on the daily is still resistance, right? But Maple has this whole narrative of total value locked against market cap ratio or while circulating supply ratio. And overall, it's looking really, really good. Um, I'm still in. For now, we are just making higher highs and higher lows. There's no real point in selling. I took some off here, as I said, but still, if you want to get in, you probably shouldn't do it now. Like, the point to get in was over here and over here. I called it several times in the TA channel. Like, this was so beautiful, right? You have it to the pip. Like you had this high and you have this low. If you manage to get in at 9, wow, man, you made a lot of money. I think I got in at around 10.20, something like that. So yeah, for now, what you can wait for if you want to get in, let's make this smaller, uh, is gonna be a break of this and a return to it. And then we could expect it to go higher. So if you're not in, probably would skip it. There's still a chance that we will go down here and maybe range for a while and then break out. Who knows, right? We cannot predict the market. But I feel pretty comfortable with my investment. Next up, XTK. Ooh, I don't even want to see XTK. Did it react at all from the bottom? Oh, it did. A little bit. Mm, a little bit. Wow, 82%. Okay, anyway, first thing that I can see on this chart is this level, this point of breakdown. This is where it really all kind of changed. You can see that it was resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Then it was support. Here it kind of broke down, tested as resistance, and now it's below. So this is definitely like a bull-bear dividing zone or dividing level. What you want to see is for it to break above it and return and go back up. Also, since it had a huge, like really big uptrend here, the MAs are still kind of, well, not in sync, I would say. You probably want to give it a little more time for it to like flatten up and for price to be able to be above it. For now, I wouldn't really touch this. No real signs of life whatsoever. Is wise. This is a project that we're kind of looking into, and I'm wondering if we should buy this or not. Okay. Mm, I would say that the level. Oh, hello. I need to get this a little better. Maybe I can just go to the log chart. Yeah. Oh. Okay, I know this is a pretty thick zone. It's bigger than usual, but if you want to see it have any like momentum or chance for success, I would probably wait for it to break this level with a close above, like a serious close above with good volume and everything, not this little red candle that we have here. But once you do, that would be a good signal probably to start getting in. Uh, but for now, nah. Nah, I wouldn't buy this. Like unless there is a really good fundamental catalyst, but I'm not one to judge that, to be honest. So no, missed that. Ren. Is Ren still considered a gem? Ooh, what's happening? Mm. Oh, okay. Yeah, never mind. Ren, let's see. Ren is a huge cap. Okay, and you should definitely not be buying this. You should be selling, if anything. Like this is what you call a blow off top. This is what we're kind of waiting for to happen with the huge all season shenanigans or whatever. Once you start seeing stuff like this where it just uptrends really hard and all of a sudden there is this huge candle on huge volume. If you ever see that, I will be warning about this, but if you ever see that, start selling. It's like the risk to reward is horrible. Who is buying this? Like seriously, it's probably those people who base their investment decisions on emotion. You know, they see it go up all this time and they're like, "Oh man, I don't know if I should enter. I don't know." And then it starts going bonkers and they can't hold it anymore and they're like, "Oh man, I'm missing out." FOMO kicks in really hard and they become exit liquidity. So this is what we're looking for. Anyway, I guess this level over here is support resistance. Yeah, you should definitely be selling if it's over here. Don't buy. Uh, man, this actually looks... I would be looking to buy for 40 cents over here, if anything. Yeah, that would be a nice return. And as for a plan for buying, yeah, sure, if it goes up here and retests, then it can continue. But we definitely have better risk to reward opportunities elsewhere. So let's skip this one. Ethereum, we did that. BNB, ugh, Pendle. Let's see, Pendle. Ooh, this looks really nice. Wow, this looks really nice. Okay, so this is the first level that comes to mind. Wow, this looks super nice. Okay, hello. I'm gonna just mark some stuff up here real quick. Hmm, hmm, tough to say. Mm, yeah, who cares about these little details? What matters is we had a downtrend, right? From the downtrend, we broke up, we created a higher high, and this is super important, okay? So we had a drop base rally kind of thing, and we created the demand zone over here. Whenever it's so strong that it actually creates a higher high, and by that I mean, okay, this was a high, right? On the macro, and we created a higher one before returning, then this demand zone is really strong. The question we should be asking ourselves, did we leave any buyers behind? And if we did, well, we can see that this has acted as support several times. So this is looking incredible so far. If you want to be really safe, you can wait for this downtrend to break, and you can probably draw this horizontal level, and I would suggest you do that. So this level over here, right? Once we break that and we return on the lower time frame, it's go time. But even now, it's already a very well risk to reward situated opportunity or whatever you want to call it. An invalidation level would be a close below this zone, but this is looking really great. And from what I've heard, Pendle is a really good and fundamentally strong project. So I'm gonna be looking a little bit more into that to get to know what they actually do, and I might actually buy back. This is looking good. Good opportunity. Pendle, yay. Hmm. Keep network. Okay, what's that? Boom. Ugh. Yeah, okay, no. I'm just gonna say it. I have no idea what's happening here. I'm gonna skip this. This is not the kind of chart that I know what to do with. Like, okay, I could attempt something, like, nice. We had, just to explain some basic TA, we had this, right? Downtrend, nice double bottom, break out of it, created some kind of demand zone somewhere here, where I would say it's this one, the first consolidation. Eh, Boom. Yeah, which served as support several times. Now we have this level over here, which is probably also going to be the equilibrium of this whole range, I would guess. And I would guess wrong because it's log. Uh-huh. Okay. Never mind then. But yeah, this is definitely the level that is SR over here. Several important points. And we're below it. Mm, I don't know. I think this isn't looking too good, but as I said, this isn't a chart that I know how to interpret or how to explain. I will just skip it. It's not part of my edge. Okay, more. Ugh. Okay, well, right now what we're looking at is this zone, kind of accumulation zone, I guess you could call it. And it's not gonna start being interesting unless it does something like this and goes down here. Ideally high enough to break this high over here, you know, and then a return to test the upper boundary of the accumulation zone and its lift off. I can actually keep it there. That's too high. Yeah, something like that. Next. Oh, by the way, that means this is a skip. Mm, NFTX. NFTX is something that I'm looking to get into instead of uh instead of IONX. Right. So, just from the look of it, like this whole structure, right? Normally, I guess you would call it a cup and handle, but we failed to break up here, and now we went down again. Uh, if we go on the lower time frame, and I won't go lower than 4 hours. Okay. We can see that this was kind of a zone. I would call it an accumulation zone, I guess. This is a supply, small time frame supply. Doesn't really matter here. And we managed to break up again. So we broke here and we went down. And this is a beautiful example of a V-shaped return. You know, like as fast as it goes up, it quickly went down as well. These are not very reliable setups. You would ideally want to see it do something like, you know, take a little bit longer and then buy in. But of course, here it had a little dead cat bounce and broke back into this zone. And now we broke out again, and this is already looking better because you can see that here it didn't spend any time in the extremes, it just immediately broke down. While here we already have some time spent trading above that zone. So a return to this level would be really interesting to buy, and I'm looking for this. It's on my watch list. So anything below 150, I think, is a good buy. Ugh, I suck. Okay, let's continue. RGT daily. Sell. This is exactly what I was talking about. Like, we're seeing a huge bodied candles above resistance. You should definitely be taking profits here. And if you want to buy, ugh, that would be like a huge momentum play in itself. I would say maybe, yeah. If you can get it below 20, I think you should, well, not should, that's the wrong word. But if you want to get in, I would say get in below 20. Let me see this. Okay. Hmm. I would say this one makes more sense because it retested here already. It was quite a quick retest too. Maybe on the lower time frame it looked better. Actually, it looked kind of nice. Still, it was a V-shaped retest. I would not have bought this. Seems a little too aggressive for me, but hey, RGT is used to doing crazy stuff, right? I mean, what is this? Um, whoa. Wow. Yeah, pretty crazy. No, I would not be buying this. The time to buy, like the real time to buy, was here, by the way. Like we had this whole structure, which was resistance, it broke out of it. Beautiful, absolutely picture perfect returning flagging structure. Tested the upper boundary and then just went skyrocket, right? Why can't I do this? Yeah, then it went up 200%. So yeah, that was definitely the place to buy. Now you should be a seller, not a buyer. Mm. How many more is there? Jesus. Okay, wow. I have to go faster. Push. This is getting crazy. Like we're getting more and more gems. Um, oh, this is actually one of those setups that is very specific. I've seen this play out many times in crypto. Let me just formulate it like that. Hello, can I please draw? Thank you. So we have this whole structure, right? Resistance, resistance, support over here. Now it broke above and it returned. If we go, we don't even need to be on this one. Eh, okay, we can. So yeah, Let me just draw a trend line here, if that's possible. Yeah. So we broke out here, we retested. This is a good buy, you know, with a clear invalidation level. Like, if it goes below this level, you're done. You can sell if it goes below here. But this looks like it could pump any moment. This looks pretty good. If you want to be in push, I would say this is a good buy. What's next? Torn. Okay. Daily. No. There we go. Okay, well there is one clear level over here. Support, resistance, 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 resistance. Don't touch it unless it breaks it and returns. Ideally, it would break just the way I've drawn it above this level, and when it returns, that gives you a pretty high chance risk to reward ratio. Yeah. Next, MTA. Yeah, that's a big nope. We just made a lower low, just retested support as resistance. No, skip. Next, UNN. Yeah, I'm invested in UNN. What to say about this? I don't even know. Like right now, there is this whole big structure. Okay, I can just remove this. Oh, wrong tool. Yeah. So I would say this level is of heavy importance. Well, I cannot draw. There we go. Yeah. And unless we break this with some confidence, like really with on volume and then return, then this is just a skip, I would say. Uh, I'm kind of looking to get out of it as well. But yeah, I have a small bag. It's more of a fundamental play. But if you're looking for entries, then wait for the range low, if anything. But ideally, you would wait for this plan. You know, break first. It's probably gonna stop right here because we have this huge supply there. And once it returns, then you can buy. And yeah, that should work. But for now, it's a skip. Licks. Wow, I don't know most of these coins even. Okay. Licks. Is it this one? Elixir token? I don't know. Probably. Okay. Yep. So, no, it's a skip for now. And if you want to buy, wait for something like this, return, and then over here you can start buying. Mm, float. Is that bank? No. What is this? Float, float, float. Float protocol, okay. Uh, yeah, okay. This is just accumulating for now. Don't do anything, just skip this, wait for a strong momentum move, and then buy the dip. Pretty simple. Melon. Oh, enzyme pump, didn't it? Yeah, kinda did. Interesting. So yeah, as you can see, back in the day, I identified this level. I thought that once it returns, it would, oops, once it returns, it would pump from here, but it actually ended up revisiting this whole structure here, and then it went up. For now, you should have been selling for sure. Like this is resistance, and mm, yeah, I really don't know. I'll give it to you straight. I don't know how to trade this. I'm just gonna skip it. DFD. Oh man, DFD is probably gonna be Omega Rect, huh? Yeah. So let's just consider this whole thing as a structure. We need to see a break, a return, and then go back up. keep in mind that this is gonna be heavy, heavy resistance, and everybody who was buying this as support didn't sell on time and just saw it plummet down is going to try to sell back. I mean, yeah, to sell back here to break even or whatever. So I would almost say that this is still bad. You should probably wait for this one. Until then, nah, not really good. XFT. Okay, yeah, this looks alright. So XFT broke away from here, then returned, didn't quite touch it, kind of front ran the whole thing, and now is back on the way up. This is looking very bullish, and if you're looking for an entry, I would say wait for a daily or 4 hour close above this. Let me see the 4 hour. Yeah, above this, and then it's almost free to just go higher. Next target would probably be over here. So try to buy at anything below 210 is kind of good. Invalidation level below this zone. So yeah, that would be the risk. 20% looks pretty neat. Yeah, it doesn't look bad at all. Okay. CNFT, I've never even heard of that. Uh, what are we looking at? Yeah, skip. Just skip. Visor. Daily. Uh, I guess this is an important level. Yeah, yeah, it looks pretty good. So here it tried to break out, right? Tested as support, couldn't quite hold. Fell down, broke out for real this time with volume, retested. Again, just like a dead cat bounce. Here you can see a huge red candle. That's like the breaker. Now should act as resistance. Kinda did. Uh, then retested as support again. I guess we can go a little lower. Like here maybe. Yeah, that makes more sense. And now this was a nice flagging return. Now we broke out as well. Unfortunately, there is no volume, so I wouldn't quite trust it yet. But this is technically a sort of breakout. So buying here is actually a very good opportunity, I would say. Uh, Anything below here is your invalidation level, and this is kind of like your buy zone. So yeah, this does not look bad at all. I would say this is a buy. Didn't expect that at first, but after a little more analysis, yeah, this looks good. Ooh, API 3. Another one that just relentlessly dumps all the time. But hey, whatever. So we had this level over here. Nah, no, no. Let me just do it like this. I'm actually gonna go to a better chart, to this one. Yeah, that looks better. No. There we go. So, hmm, hmm. It's kind of hard to know what's going on. Anyway, for sure there was this entire structure, right, that eventually broke down, and that was the signal to leave. And now from here, this should be resistance. We hit the resistance, indecision on this candle. Now we're kind of going down. I don't know what to say about this, man. It's just API 3 was kept getting wrecked, and it's unfortunate. It really is. Well, let me just see it on the 4 hour. This is a very valid trend line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. We broke out of it. And now I am looking for entries actually. I am already invested, but I wanted to double my back, and I thought this was the first one, the first level to look for. If not that, it would be this level. And a very simple thing to do. Oh, by the way, this is also a Quasimodo over here, which is nice. One of my favorite patterns, where the shoulder is smaller and then higher, and then it returns to the same level. So yeah, anything below 350 is a good buy in my opinion, and we'll see what happens. But for now, I don't know. I guess there, unfortunately, right? This is my favorite investment, but unfortunately, there's better opportunities elsewhere. USDC, absolute gem, by the way. Let's chart it. Can't really chart it. Oh yeah, beautiful chart. I would recommend. Let's see the log. No, never mind. Nah, I'm just joking anyway. Yeah, USDT is a gem. You should have some. Lien. Lien is terrible. Let me see. Boom. Uh, yeah, so that was the plan, right? We want to see this kind of break above this level because that was the last serious, I guess you could call it serious support, maybe even this level. But I would much rather see this level break first and then a return to this. Until then, this is dead, okay? It's horrible. No, just stay away. Ooh, STBZ. Our long-awaited play is finally waking up. Real story, I wanted to add more over here, but I didn't want to sell my Ionex in red. If Ionex had pumped, I would have bought this and like quadrupled my bag, but hey, unfortunate. What can you do? I am still looking to get back in because this is our Arbitrum play, right? And this has huge momentum currently, like nice volume and everything. And I would say anything below 250 is a buy. We'll see what happens. We only have another day or so for migration, so maybe it won't happen. But yeah, I think this is a decent risk on your money. If we get a dip of, well, 20, 30%, try to buy. ArcX. Right. I've had this level on for ages. Like, seriously, ages. I was like, please, please give me 50 something cents and I will buy. And this happened when I was asleep. I wish I had a limit order or something. To the goddamn pip. And it went up. But yeah, anyway, this is a good buy right now. Why? Because we were kind of ranging around, right? Then we broke up finally. We tested again and we broke higher. And now this entire structure over here, let's just delete all of this. But this entire structure over here is now the low. And any close below it is going to be invalidation, of course. But it's not only a support resistance flip, it's also like the demand zone that led to a higher high. So technically, this should serve as support. So I think this is a decent buy, decent risk to reward, and yeah, basically a close below this, and you should be out. Wow, we still have so many. Jesus. Okay. Mercurial. Is it? I'm so blind. Yeah, Mercurial. Uh, there we go. Skip. That was fast. Nah, seriously though, this is just like a downtrend, you know, lower lows, lower highs. Just skip. There's no point. Yeah. Low, high, low, high. You see that there's no point whatsoever to be buying into this. Skip. Uh, Sol. Wow, are we really going to look into Sol? Okay. Uh-huh. Let's go to the 4 hour. Hmm. So there is one clear support resistance over here, and we couldn't break it here, we couldn't break it here, we couldn't quite break it here, right? So that makes me kind of bearish. And if anything, like if I wanted to buy Sol again, I would wait for something like that. with a nice, like actually nice flagging return and not whatever this is. And then maybe we can go up. But until then, nah, skip. CTSI daily. Okay. Wow, that was a beautiful retest. God damn. Beautiful SR retest over here. Now, this is kind of resistance, and we we didn't manage to get through it. Not in this entire structure. Broke down from it. Now we're back here. I don't know, like this. Nah, I would honestly skip it. Like, I would like to see something like this and a return and then go up, but for now this looks very indecisive and clunky. No, I wouldn't want to be in that. What's next? APY. Okay, let's do it here. Is it this one? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so this level, very, very important level. Not only has it been resistance this entire time, but it also is the beginning of the point of breakdown. Resistance, 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 broke out, returned. Uh, Let me see on the smaller time frame, because I don't like how quickly it returned. But yeah, it did return. Okay, so after coming back here, that was a nice buy with a invalidation level somewhere over here. And now it's too high. The risk to reward is probably not really worth it. But anyway, this is another important level. If this has any momentum and wants to continue, should break here, probably go into resistance, return here and go up. So yeah, then you could buy somewhere over here. But for now, no. You should have been selling, if anything, because this is resistance. Mhm. Where are we at? Rook. Rook. Goddamn. That's another one that just did not want to move whatsoever. I thought that, like, I traded this entire move. Uh, where is it? Here. I traded this entire move, which was a really, really nice trade. But then it returned to it again and broke back into this accumulation zone, right? And created a nice supply here. So for now, Rook looks pretty terrible. And it needs to break this first, and then maybe a return into that zone would be a buy. But before that, no, I wouldn't even touch it. So unfortunate though. Oh, it's our favorite, Campeki Finance. Let's go. Is that really it? No, this is yield credits, I guess. Is this it? No. Ah, this is it. Okay. Uh, yeah. So there was a really clear supply over here, which we touched and immediately reversed. Now we went back up, created a lower high, and now we're on our way down again. I sold more than half here. Uh, Wait, actually, no, that's a lie. I actually sold everything. Sorry, I sold everything not too long ago because I needed Ethereum for my NFTs. But a return to 1150 would be a very good buy. So keep an eye for that. Maybe as low as 9, but I would say 1150 would be a really nice buy. Yeah. But yeah, you should have been a seller, definitely. Like, now is not the time to buy. Risk to reward not worth it. Questionable rebrand, you know, just wait for it to drop. Oh, Alpha. Okay. Mhm. Nope. Absolutely no. Uh, just like So this is resistance. This whole thing is an accumulation zone. If you would like to buy, wait for it to do something. Okay, this is a high over here. So wait for it to do this, return, then you can buy. Index. Good old index. I actually never traded it at all. Ooh, this is looking pretty nice. Yeah, I really like this one. So you can see that there is one super important level, and that's the level where it's at right now. Because here, resistance, 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 broke out, support, 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 kinda support resistance, whatever this clusterfuck is, couldn't quite hold it. Resistance again, support, 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 support. So this is a super important level, and I think you could buy here and wait for a close, like your invalidation level is a close below this, right? So this is where most liquidity is. So if you get a clear daily close below, you get out. But this is well risked money, in my opinion. It's also a very beautiful, like, flagging retest. So index looking good. First target over here. And how much is that? Hello? Okay. That's a nice 70%. Yeah, this looks good. I like it. Index is a good buying opportunity now. Are we done? Okay. Inf. Sheesh. Now this is gonna be a very long video, in it. How long is it? I don't know. Ooh, over an hour. God damn. What is this? Okay, let's just ignore these huge wicks. Overall, uh, nah, I don't know what to make out of this. Let's just skip it. Mm, move. Hmm. Interesting. Hmm. Okay, I would say that this order block over here is pretty important. Yeah. So this is a nice example of what I'm talking about, right? You have several support tests over here, including this one, where you're just wicking below. And these wicks on the daily or the 4 hour, they are not really that important. Like, what matters is close. And over here, we had a close below that level. And I think that's very bearish. And now mm, I would see this as a retest, and that we will continue it down lower. However, from a price perspective, price action perspective, this hammer, you know, whenever sometimes there are deviations, like 3 bar plays where you have one huge bar down, then you have another bar which is a hammer, and then you have another bar up, and these are very, like, very common patterns that you can see for the deviations. So I wouldn't be surprised if this pumps up a little bit and gets back into that range and ends up being a deviation. And if it does, then I would say it's a decent buy. However, if this is only a retest, then I would expect more downside. So let's wait for some time, I guess. Let's see the daily. Oops. Yeah, let's see the daily. That's gonna be better. Tough to say, man. Tough to say. Yeah, honestly, I would stay away from this. Let's just say it like that. Look, I would mark this up. Uh, I would mark this up, and if it can break it, and if hello, where is it? Okay, if it can create a higher high over here and then return, then I would say it's a good buy. But until then, I wouldn't touch it. Final word. Bank. Oh yeah. Huh. Daily. So Bank couldn't quite break resistance over here, couldn't break SR. So now we are looking for an entry, I would guess, because like this entire downtrend, I would say, uh, screw what I would say. Let's just check it out like this. You know what? This looks kind of similar, like Arc X in the structure kind of sense, where if it breaks up, you want to buy this level. But if you want to buy something right now, I would wait maybe all the way down here for, well, 100. That's also gonna line up with the 200 MA. Yeah, I would wait. Another, okay, this also stands out, the 110, because it's like the initial part of a breakdown. Well, it's also here. Huh. Tough to say. So I would say there are two buy zones. It's 110 and 100, and any close below this level, which is quite far, would be a invalidation level. But yeah, try to get in at 110, if anything. Oil. Oiler. Hello? Let's go here. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. What happened here? Okay, yeah, skip that. Very, very simple. Stack. Yo. Stack. What is that? Stacker Ventures. Okay. Can't quite find it. Let's see here. Stacker Ventures. Dollar. Oops. Uh, okay, yeah. So this level? Yeah, that's the level for sure. So for now, I would just skip it. In order to see something bullish happening, we should probably wait for that to be broken. Something like this, and then a return, and you would buy over here. And last one is volatility protocol token. Let's see. Volatility protocol dollar. Okay. Okay. We don't have that. Yeah, I can't find that one. Okay, so that would be all. Um, yeah, this took way longer than I expected. Sorry for that. But I hope this helps. There are some really good opportunities in the market right now. I think I've identified them for you. The only concern that I'm really having is that Bitcoin might just skyrocket from here and other alts will dump. It's tough to say. I really don't know. Like the cycle has been behaving quite a bit differently from the last cycle. But overall, I think it's quite okay if you're positioned in small market cap, free product, great projects. And that's what we're trying to do here. So best of luck with your trading, investing, real life, whatever it is. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!